Okay. Okay, look at this. This is real nutmeg. You see? You see the outer part right here? That usually you take the seed and you grate it on a hand grater to, you know, to grate. When you buy nutmeg, you just see it ground up in a bottle. In Jamaica, you get the fruit. Sorry. Damn. Okay, that looks like this. You break it open. You get the seed. And then you get a hand grater and you grate the nutmeg like this. So those of you that have never seen real nutmeg, this is what real nutmeg look like. Yes. Wow. I never saw the fruit. I've only seen the real nutmeg seed, but I've never seen the fruit. So this is good stuff. So this is what it really looks like. And you find that here in Jamaica. Just random. You know, so this is why I'm gonna close this right now. Head back over here, incubators. They'll come out here or they'll grow nutmeg trees, harvest the fruit, pit the fruit, grind up the nutmeg portion, put it in a bottle, sell it in the store. That's what they do. In Jamaica, they don't do that. They're like, oh, I know where there's a nutmeg tree, or I know where there's this tree or that tree. Fresh fruit trees. So even with COVID, a lot of Jamaicans, you'll see, here, okay, you see I'm carrying all this stuff. I gotta get rid of the nutmeg. Thank you. So this tree here, this is called a noonie tree. It's called a noonie tree, and it has a lot of health factors. So I don't know if you can get a shot of the fruit, or the fruit that is developing and growing. Okay, so this isn't ripe yet, but this is the fruit. So this can help cure a lot of things, but the thing is, you get the health factors from the juice of this fruit. So when it's ripe, they'll pick it and they'll juice it, and then you got to let the juice sit and ferment for like 6 weeks, I think. 6 weeks before you can even drink it. But if you're able to get this is why a lot of Jamaicans have, the ones that live in bush, so to speak, they're able to fight off certain ailments because their body is strong enough from things like this, from the noonie fruit that they juice and they let it sit for six to 8 weeks, and they drink that. And that's why you'll see a lot of Jamaicans, they won't wear a mask, they don't, in their mindset, it's like all the crap, the diseases and stuff that this tourists bring over to this island, it's like what they're not realizing is they are susceptible, but there's a lot of them that are strong enough to where even if they're susceptible to COVID, they drink juices that they know, or barks that they know, that help with the immunity system. So that's why you don't see a lot of masks, but I still, as a foreign, I still wear it because my body is strong, but may not be strong enough. So I take it with me because you never know when you're gonna need it. So, but yeah, noonie fruit. So just educating you a little bit of what you find wild and free in Jamaica. I gotta put it down now. Oh, I'm carrying eating so much. Yeah, so here, oh my goodness, I've never seen this. This is a breadfruit tree. So, oh gosh. So breadfruit, you know, I've only had it roasted and then I cut it up and I fry it, put a little dab of salt on it. But it's called breadfruit, but it tastes like bread, but it's a fruit. So how we prepare it normally, they'll pick the breadfruit and they'll roast it on an open flame. Um, then roast it and it'll look black, right? It doesn't mean it's burnt. It just means it's roasted really good. And so then they'll sell the roasted breadfruit, and you can eat it two ways. You can eat it just like that roasted, or you can cut off the outer black roasted skin, cut that off, slice up the breadfruit, and then fry it in some coconut oil or something like that, and then sprinkle a little bit of salt on it. Not too much, just a little sprinkle of salt, and you'll have that for breakfast. And you'll have it with ackee and saltfish, or you can have it with tomatoes and avocado. I've been good. It took me a long time to learn because in Jamaica, avocado, we call it pear. So when I ask them, you have any pear? They look at me like I'm crazy because in America, pear is a different fruit. So, so now I've learned to ask for avocado because in Jamaica it's pear. So I can easily say, yeah, pear. And you know, they'll say whether it's in season or not. But in America, I have to say avocado. And it's not the same type of avocado either. They're these little small, what they call them, Hass avocado, I think they call it. But what we know as pear and avocado is big. It's bigger. And to me, it's much more tasteful. I think in America they call it a type of squash, but it's not. It's pear. It's pear. It's avocado, but it's big. I can hold it like this, and then you just slice it, you know, in small, you know, in slices. But the little avocados that you used to in America that you make guacamole with, it's a different type of avocado. So that's what I learned after living across the country. When I saw them in the stores, I was like, what is that? And they were like, that's avocado. I was like, that's not avocado, that's not fair. It's not what I'm used to, but it's what the Mexican culture uses. Living in San Diego for 22 years, I learned a lot of things because that area was once California. You have a lot of Mexican immigrants coming in through two different ports in California. So I learned a lot of the Mexican culture and the Mexican food, and I love the Mexican food. I mean, yeah, I know it's a different culture, but I love their food. I love how they prepare it, and a lot of Americans don't know about it because they're used to their culture and their thoughts about how food should be. So they don't even understand the difference in the Mexican culture. San Diego Mexican food is completely different than Texas Mexican food. They call it Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex and San Diego Mexican, completely different. I prefer San Diego. It's the best Mexican food I've had by far. Some people, they like the Tex-Mex, you know, from Texas. I've had both. I like San Diego. Just saying. I'm gonna put the shout out. I like the San Diego Mexican. You never had Mexican food like that in your life. So look at this, Titchfield Street.